This is a walk of butterflies and the River Sonnette, ideal for young families and those keen on seeing nature. It is found south of Poitiers, north of Bordeaux, to the east of Angouleme, and west of Limoges. It's inland from La Rochelle by about an hour and a half. To find the starting point, it's best to use a sat-nav and look for La Grange, Grange, which is our starting point. La Grange is this small town here, and you can park at the south where La Grange meets this blue line, which is the start of the walk. You can park anywhere along the D15, as seen in the blue line, but the ideal starting point is this corner, where the road becomes tractor path. The tractor path goes south, and after 100 yards, there is a passage off to the left, where multiple butterflies can be seen. Over a dozen species seen between July and September. And on the field on the left, there are birds of prey, such as kestrels. Following this down, you meet a road, which is north-south. You take the south, which peters out at some houses. Try to ignore the barking dogs on the left. And at the end of the houses, where the road stops, there is a downhill tractor path to your left, which waves downwards where more butterflies are seen until you reach the River Sonnette. There is a narrow bridge you pass over, and then continuing to go south, you turn west after 100 yards to pass along a largely shaded area, which is parallel to the Sonnette River. The path shortly goes underneath a train bridge. Beyond that, to the right, is a string which stops you from going into some land which looks very much like a scene from Deliverance. Thus, I'd suggest carrying on, going west, where with this wiggle you can see there is a bridge which goes over some of the branches of the Sonnette, and you can dip your feet in if it is an extremely hot day. As I say, most of this walk is under shade. Beyond that, there is a small evidence of houses from hundreds of years ago, initially on the left side, where there's a little tunnel, which I suggest not going down, and then on the right side is a house made of bricks on stone, where trees have grown through in recent years. Beyond that, there is a path which continues west with grazing ground to the right and deep, dense forest to the left. The wildlife does tend to make some noise on the left, and it does give the eerie feeling that you're being watched. But hey-ho, we're in France. Continue west with the Sonnette on your right, north of you, and parallel. This is the most sun-exposed part of the walk, which you will be on for 7 or 8 minutes, and then turn north, as seen here, to see a picnic area, where there's a picnic bench and a bin, and a warning not to fish. But you can see the fish in the River Sonnette, and another bridge which crosses it going north along a narrow path through a gate going north into a field which is used for cows, and you'll see multiple cow pats. Going north towards the spire of the chateau, keep walking towards the spire until you see what looks like a barbed wire fence, but it's detached to show a barbed wire gate which you pass through, keeping the chateau to your right. You briefly go onto a road and you follow the chateau, which stays on your right, until you go around the second upturned cone and pass straight on off the road now, and the road or the path turns left, and there is an active farm working to the right. You then go uphill, which is quite a smelly path. You can see multiple swallows flying in this field. Then turn right at some old tyres, turn left at a vineyard, then pass upwards through the field to go back onto the D15 where you would have left your car. Enjoy the walk, it's one of the best in France.